Hello again everyone, Gang is here of course. Yeah, today I have a Stronghold replay for you. This is Omni doing Churchill Strongholds, and this is like after 2 or 3 hours of doing Strongholds at Churchill over and over. And we got Himmelsdorf against a not very impressive enemy team, if I dare say it that way, even though they have a rather good setup for this map just because they have so many heavy tanks. But anyway, we were bored and we decided our tactic is to go through the middle to the enemy base. I don't know, we're gonna do that with every tank except for the RD. Some guys are disobeying orders and actually pushing over the 8 line, so that's really terrible. But yeah. Now we're actually not following around myself, we're following around Kitty Perry, who was not long ago called Worst of Worst. Who you will probably know from my streams also. And he's actually spamming APCR and Strongholds. Wow. For a reason you will see later. I myself am driving a T57 in this game. Now some of us split up here, and including me by the way. I'm one of the 2 T57 there. And go after these guys. Some of our guys are pushing cap. The enemies have 2 bad shots if I'm not wrong on the hill, which are going to start murdering us in the back over here. Now luckily for Kitty, they don't actually go for him, they go for the T57s, which makes complete sense. You want to always focus the autoloaders and the high DPM tanks, and that's mediums, T57s and etc, not E100s or I7s. Well, he sees his 50B engaged with an enemy I7 and goes over to help out. And he knows there's still those mediums on the hill, so he wants to get safe from them somehow. He doesn't want to get clipped by 3 bat shots or something, or maybe even only 2. Anyway, we have an engagement here. We're all the time rather close to capping, but the enemies have cover there, like those windows over there in the corner, which you can't see right now, but which are there anyway, just right there, and just, you know, the corner here. While all our guys doing their STRONGHOLD YOLO tactic are completely exploding themselves in the cap, so we are really losing that fight. Anyway, Kitty Perry manages to take out this I7 here, now proceeds through this E100, who is kind of ignoring him. He goes for a track shot after aiming for the turret for a long time, which is a good decision because now he can turret hug this I7, and an E100 has nearly no chance of penetrating an I7 turret. Now he still reloads first. And yeah, he just hugs them. Now the I7 actually gets a shot in, as E100. Did a pretty good job there because he drove up the wall a bit, which made his frontal part of the tank higher than the rear, which gave him some sort of extra elevation, if you get what I mean. So yeah, he proceeds to put a shot into the 100 ass. We are really losing this fight by now. The bad shots have come back from the hill, and are murdering our tanks in the back, and the rest is just dying. So the battle is really even tank wise. However, if you look at the HP counter, you see that, well, it's not even that even. The enemies are winning, and I completely take the blame for that, ordering the YOLO tactic, even if I just asked. Basically when the battle started I was like, guys, do you want to win again, or do you want to have some fun? They were just like, let's have some fun. So we had some fun, and we all YOLO'd through the middle. Now he sets up a side script here. Generally the I7 in a side script is good, but not extremely good. However, here it's extremely good because this little piece of rubble allows him to cover his side, so he's really only showing his turret while side scraping. And he just manages to bend the enemy I7 here with impunity, who is giving him his side in return. And as worse, is still spamming APCR. Well, that helps, I guess. He puts another one in, keeping him perma-tracked, and actually lights him on fire. That's really nice. Now by now, what do we have left? We have an RT over here. Great. We have a bad chat on 450 HP, a 50B on nearly 600 HP, and worst, who is now on 900. Now the IS-4 starts pushing, and gets taken out by the 50B, but just before that, managed to get in one more shot into worst, who's now really low life. A bad chat comes in from behind, and gets taken out just before oh no, takes out the 50B just before taking out by himself, then oh shit, there's still a full life T62A. I mean, by now what do we have? We have a bat chat who's on 100 health. And wait, what? 62A just shot HE at the bat chat. Okay. So, let's sum up. We've got a I7 on 143 HP, a bat chat on 27 HP, and an Object 261 on 510 HP. Now, right now, what are my orders? Because, you know, I'm still leading this battle, even if it's kind of a weird battle. I'm telling the I7 to cover the bat chat, and the bat chat to hide behind the I7 at all cost. Because the I7 is much harder to penetrate, and the bat chat, if he reloads in time, can have a much better chance of killing that 62A. I'm telling the Object 261 to go in shotgun mode and shoot that 62A in the face. Now, that doesn't really work the way I wanted it to. I mean, doesn't really work the way I wanted it to. When I mean shotgun mode, I mean drive in here and shoot that guy in the face. And if he shoots you, it's good, because you still have a lot of health while the other tanks don't. But he just understands it as camp at the corner and try and take a shot. But 62A is now engaged in the fight with the I7, and for some, I have no idea what reason, the 62A is spamming HE. So, Worst actually managed to take him out. So honestly, I have no idea why he was doing that. Maybe he got this tank for his first battle and the automatic wargaming setup for ammunition is like half HE, and he actually ran out of APCR and heat. Maybe he thought he could penetrate the bat chat. Maybe he thinks HE is the best ammunition. But I mean, once you get to tier 10, normally you don't think HE is the best ammunition. You know, that's the kind of stupid stuff that you do at tier 1, 2, 3, and maybe in a new 100. And a KV2. I mean, a KV2 HE is probably the best ammunition in most cases. But yeah, let's have a look at the post-game stats of that rather interesting replay. So, very nice title here by Kitty Perry. We look at it. Kitty Perry ended up doing 7,211 damage, getting 6 kills, and he was by far the best in the team. I myself ended up doing 1,688 damage before getting murdered by the batshot on the hill. And the rest of our tanks, you know, the ones which lie to the until the end, Unforgiven and Craxus in the 50B and batshot did some decent damage too. And our archer actually did a rather impressive 2,000 damage for being on Himmelsdorf in a 261. But yeah, he earned 137,000 credits root, and he actually made profit net. Wow, because his tank was nearly destroyed, so he had 4 repair costs, and he was shooting only APCR all game. I'm actually really surprised right now. Anyway, he managed to block 1,500 damage with his armor, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's something completely different of what I usually show you. But tell me in the comments if you liked it or not. And if you did, of course, leave me a like. If you didn't, don't leave me a dislike. Just leave me a comment in the comments. And of course, subscribe, follow my Twitch. And maybe share me with your friends. Bye bye, gang is here. See you next time.